Hi guys, I'm Dr. Khan. Hope you guys are all doing well. Today I'm going to talk about dysfunctional families and the concept of my feelings don't matter. I want you to picture this. Just found out that your dad cheated on your mom. Your mom confronts your dad. Your dad starts breaking things in the house. The next morning, everyone is eating breakfast together, acting like nothing ever happens. I want you to picture this. Your mom and dad get into an argument regarding finances. Dad starts breaking things, mom starts yelling, you try to get involved, try to protect your baby brother, and the next morning, you're all eating breakfast together. No one talks about it, there's no follow-up, and everyone acts like everything is fine. So, what's going on? Okay, basically, in certain dysfunctional families, the air is usually toxic at home, more times than others. And basically, when big things happen, there's no follow-up, no one talks about it, and kids learn to start doubting their perception. Basically, nothing makes sense, and these children start disassociating with themselves. They learn to disassociate with themselves and disconnect with themselves, and basically they just start numbing their feelings. And when they grow up and become older, they don't even know how to feel anymore. They don't know how to feel anymore. So kids are taught basically they're programmed to think that their feelings don't matter, that no one talks about anything, big issues, and there's an elephant in the room, and that's fine. That's fine. So children very quickly learn, again, to disassociate with themselves. They are taught, these members from these type of families basically learn to, because of the chaos in the home, they learn to worry about their mom and dad's feelings. They disconnect with themselves, and basically they're taught that they're supposed to worry about mom and dad's feelings, and that they're supposed to take care of their feelings. They basically, as they grow older, from childhood to adulthood, when they become wives or husbands, basically they're taught now to worry about their spouse's feelings. Again, their feelings never matter. They basically are taught to pay attention to what others want. They're basically taught to monitor other people's feelings, and they're basically taught that their feelings don't even matter, they're non-existent compared to other people's feelings. So that's the sad reality of these individuals from these homes, these dysfunctional families. They're taught my feelings don't matter. That's it, simply. It's really sad. Another thing that happens is they start, because of this dysfunction in the family, they learn to basically, their spirit gets broken time and time again because of all the chaos, because of the things that just don't make sense, that no one talks about. So now, what's the solution? And if you are from those families, you know what I'm talking about, because you know what I'm talking, because now in your current stage of your life, you're probably doing the same thing with your spouse and your children. You're just worrying about their feelings. You're worrying about their wants. You're worrying about their needs. And that's the constant cycle of everyone else's feelings but yourself. Now, how do we help? What's the solution? Okay. Number one, identify what are the actual messages in your head that were taught by your parents. What are the messages? The faulty programming basically in your head. What are they? Identify those. Obviously your feelings do matter, so identify those. Number two, know what self-absorbed behavior is. Because if you come from these dysfunctional families, you have invited a lot of self-absorbed people in your life. Because again, you grew up in a family where Everyone was self-absorbed with their problems, their needs, their little tantrums that they never grew out of. So you basically start inviting in the self-absorbed spouses in your life. So identify what self-absorbed behavior is. Identify it. Know who are the self-absorbed people in your life. Who are they? Start learning to worry about yourself and not others. Not that you don't care about them anymore, but not in the expense of you. Learn to love yourself. How do you do that? By identifying your wants, your needs, your feelings, and making decisions based on that. And then lastly, learning and reminding yourself that no one can break your spirit because your spirit is protected by God. It might not be as strong as you want it to be. That's just because of all the chaos that you've been living around, you've been surrounding yourself around. So you basically just want to get in tune with yourself again and start building your spirit up again. It's still there because remember, your spirit is protected by God. You're a creation by God, a beautiful creation with a beautiful soul, with love and light. So no one can break your spirit. They might try, but it's still there, that beautiful soul. So start connecting with that soul. Okay, so again, let's recap because this is very important. If you've come from a dysfunctional family, you probably are not connected, most likely not connected with yourself and your feelings. You live your life for others. You live your life trying to fix everyone else. You live your life in a way where you're constantly thinking about other people's feelings and you make decisions based on that. And it's such a sad reality. And you start getting sick and unhealthy because you don't even know who you are and what your wants are. So again, like I said, you probably grew up in a family that was very self-absorbed, very, very living out their programming, as I said, with the society standards. And you've learned to basically be in the back burner just so you didn't add to the chaos. You started numbing yourself. No one talked about problems in the house. No one followed up. And there was always this sense of living in a facade, living in a toxic environment on and off. There were good moments, but primarily this feeling of like, this doesn't make sense. This is weird. Is this normal? Is my family normal? So, find the solution. Again, why? How? Identify the faulty programming. Know what self-absorbed people and individuals look like, act like. Identify who they are. Learn how to worry about yourself. Don't get consumed about with other people's problems and their feelings. Don't get consumed by it. Learn to love yourself. And then lastly, know that you need to protect your spirit. You need to protect your happiness. You have to actively be happy and work on being happy. You need to actively fight that negative programming that has occurred in your life. You need to actively do this. It takes a lot of practice. But you will get there because now you want to have a healthy family for yourself. And it starts with your feelings, you knowing that your feelings matter. It starts with that. You don't have to worry about everybody else's feelings. You don't. You don't have to worry about everybody else's feelings. Not your spouses, not your mothers, not your fathers, not your siblings. You don't. Not in the expense of you. So I hope this helps to peace, to love, to healthy families. Take care and bless you.